Hello, good morning everyone. So today I'm going to talk about WHO surgical safety checklist. This has been devised so that all the team who are there in the theater should practice this. This will help to improve the patient care, patient safety, and there can be communication between all the specialties like anesthesia, surgical team, nursing team, so that it will help in the better care of the patient and prevent any complications which are arising during surgery. So it is made up of three parts. Number one is the sign in. This is done before induction of anesthesia. So when we take the patient inside, we have to confirm the name of the patient, identity, the site of the surgery, the proposed surgery, whether the consent has been taken or not, then the site has been marked or not. It can be applied to any orthopedic surgery or renal surgery or some neurological case. Then anesthesia safety checklist has been completed or not. Pulse oximeter on the patient and functioning. Does the patient have a known allergy? If yes or no, it has to be ticked. Then difficult airway aspiration risk is there or not. If yes, then if the necessary equipment is there in the theater available or not has to be noted. Then risk of blood loss of more than 500 ml or 7 ml per kg in children. If it is no, then it's fine. If it is yes, then adequate intravenous access and fluids are there or not. It can be done by the senior nurse which is present in the theater or by the operating surgeon. The second part is the time out. This is done before the skin incision. In this, all the team members, that is the surgeon, assistant, anesthetist, the scrub nurse and the rotating nurse, they have to introduce themselves by the name and by the role. And again, the surgeon, anesthesia and the nurse verbally confirm the name of the patient, the proposed surgery, the site of surgery and the procedure, and the images are displayed or not. Now, from everyone's perspective, we have to discuss the risk associated or the anticipated risk and what measures are taken to prevent them. Like the surgeon can tell what critical steps he is expecting in this, the duration of surgery, is there is a risk of any other specialty involved, like if he needs a urologist or a colorectal surgeon during gynecological surgery, so he must be informed beforehand. The duration of surgery, whether it is going to be prolonged or there are expected more than average blood loss, then we have to inform the blood bank and make the necessary arrangement. Then anesthesia team also they review the anticipated risks, and the nursing team also reviews if the sterility has been checked about all the instruments, and if there are any other equipment issues or any concerns, and if additional surgery is needed, then the necessary equipment is there or not. Then has antibiotic prophylaxis being given within the last 60 minutes? If yes and not applicable, and is essential imaging displayed? Yes or not applicable. The third part is the sign out. This is done before the patient leaves the operating room. In this, the nurse verbally confirms with the team the name of the procedure which is recorded, and then whether the notes are properly written, then the instrument, the sponge and the needle counts are correct or not. Then is the specimen labeled including the patient's name. Then the surgeon, anesthesia professional and the nurse review the key concerns for recovery and management of this patient, like if the patient is going to the recovery or there is a need for shifting in the ICU, everything is recorded. So this should be followed for every surgery so that we can take a good care of the patient, and there can be communication with all the people who are there in the theater for a better patient recovery as well. So this is about the WHO healthcare guide. If you like the content of the channel, please subscribe to my channel and don't forget to hit the like button.